Greetings, housemates, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play XCOM Art of War. I'm Phwop. We've got two landed UFOs. One of them is large. I'm telling you, do not tackle those unless you think you are some kind of XCOM god. Because I made the game, I'm playing with like better than perfect knowledge a player could ever expect to have of how this works. And I can tell you that it is really, really hard to tackle those big UFOs. So, we're going to tackle the small one. This is probably it, right? It's a good thing we know it landed last. Otherwise, there is apparently nothing to tell us what class it is since we haven't rated it yet. But, a medium UFO, if I recall correctly. We've got scout analysis coming in, engineering, nothing will be done in time. Our barracks... this is a landed UFO, so we really want to bring our A game. Okay, well, we've got a tech sergeant. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sergeants. A tech sergeant. And some corporals. A nice smattering of troops, no command. We are going to need to exhaust 1 or 2 people for this. I want a commander on this mission for sure. All my commands are exhausted, and this one's the deliverer. That sucks. And these guys aren't command. 3 days, huh? All my commands are wounded. It's the only command we can take with us. Medium UFO. Well, luckily we have 2 assaults at least. Our rock-hard infiltrator scout. Our best rocketeer, a vandal. Okay, I don't think we need the deliverer, but I would like someone to carry a bunch of smoke grenades. Oh, well. Anyone need leveling? No. See, only the babies aren't leveled anymore. Now that people specialize in a class, if it's not their first 2 perks, after that they're kind of specialized. I tend to just pick based on the technology level I have and what class I chose with the first 2 or 3 perks. So there's no point in waiting until a new mission. Okay, well, corporals and sergeants are pretty solid. And do I have anything I can do to help them out right now? We could promote someone if I sell a ton of stuff. You know I like to sell stuff. I'm kind of into it, guys. I think I'll need 3 power sources. You know what, forget it. We're selling these things. I'll pick them up later. But I need 200 cash if I'm going to work this. There's 100. Sector corpses go for scientists. That's pretty good. Chrysalid carcasses. Those suckers really tend to pile up at key moments. Not selling those. Seekers. Okay, we're getting close.
The engineering team is doing some tests right now that could be disruptive. I'm going to alert the staff as a precaution.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. This gives some people like heart attacks when I sell stuff like this. But seriously, the mod is definitely balanced to kind of require you to sell off things. Company officers give us an additional 2 lieutenant upgrades, and it looks like most of our people are ready for it. You need a rename, sir. Don't you? Oh, no, you don't. That is totally my bad. All right, promotions. Lieutenants. I like vanguards as lieutenants. Infantry are not bad choices. Marksmen are pretty solid. They're just a little not as tough as I would like. The nice thing about vanguards is they can fight at the front. They're really nice and tough, so they're often the last people left standing. And they tend to have multiple actions, which lets you get off a key command and an attack in the same round. And since they tend to be towards the front, that's generally where you have these panic rolls happening, like up near the front of the match. Snipers, for that reason, aren't so hot. Gunners are pretty good. Let's go with Vanguard. And right now, let's make this one is going to be our total badass. This is kind of utilitarian perk, but +2 will is just a flat bonus, right? Per different nationality in the squad, for everyone, whether they're close to this officer or not. If you go, you can kind of make officers that are good utilitarian bonuses to everyone, like nearby, or some tactical bonuses. But if you want, or strategic, but if you want pure tactical bonuses, this one's the choice. So I always try and have 1 or 2 guys like this who lead the squad into ultimate adversity, like the special missions, where it doesn't matter how long the post-mission fatigue is, it matters that you win. This is the person you take the temple ship. This is the person you take into bases. Anyone? No one up to captain just yet. And we'll save that last one. Okay, this could get really ugly. Want my scout out front. On the shoulders, I want my assaults. In the center, my gunner. Big Brother Sniper is going to be pretty good for this mission. Really want this infantry, but I want them more towards the front. Vandal up towards the front. And remember, we're taking the big boys because, and is this? Vita is my attacker. Rapid fire flush. Adaptive lensing. Let me think about that. Shiv, I could exhaust someone. Like Pixie. Or infantry. Let's take Vita. Okay, for this, because we have rapid fire naturally, and this is one of the few people that can get a hold of that early, we're gonna take the shotgun because we will be able to unfrickin' load. We're gonna take the MAC-10 because if we take the analysis module, which boosts our crit chance for all our weapons, the MAC-10 becomes really, really brutal. Rapid fire, we've got running gun, rapid fire with our shotgun. Analysis module will add damage to those crits. We're gonna be able to annihilate single target enemies. We're gonna spend a while reloading because we have no reload skills like the infantry, but it's gonna be awesome. So then the question is, what do we need? Aim boost isn't really our thing. None of our weapons have extended aim. Medikits, probably something we're gonna need more of in this game. Also, smoke grenades are great for anyone who's got running gun, because you can, oh no, you have to have the smoke grenade perk. My bad. A breaching kit, some heavier armor. Let's go with heavier armor. Does that clear up a bastion rigging? No. Here. Do I want to scope on you? I want to scope on you. Probably. We'll come back to that decision. Right now I just want this bastion rigging where it belongs. And because we're taking this, the tack vest gives us low profile, and we get +4 health, but the tack armor is worth 1 extra health. No, we'll take the tack vest. We're already looking a little slow for someone who has to run in and smash. We're not incredibly fast, but our damage is sick. And bastion rigging is good. Okay, so our sleeper is set up for that. Our marksman here. Okay, rifleman rack, that lets us get up to 3 shots off. Analysis module means we do extra damage on those crits. We've got aggression because and sharpshooter, which gives us really high crit chance, lots of attacks. If we don't extra aim, we've got a lot of options here. Since we have sharpshooter, I think the rifleman rack does look like the best. Remember, we don't crit on Overwatch. Yeah, the shotgun's also a decent choice, but any enemies with DR are gonna see through that pretty easy, and the rifleman rack really lets us unload the ammo that we can so easily restore with this character. So that looks good to me. But the analysis module would be nice on our snipers too. Here's our berserker. Naturally has running gun and Avenger. That means we don't need the breacher's rack for running gun. My thought might be the skirmisher rack and the MAC-10, because with Avenger, every hit is going to do 1 more damage, and these things give us rapid fire, which lets us attack a lot more. Motion tracker is great. Bastion rigging is great. We're real tough. Tack armor, that heavy armor. Pretty good. We lose 1 health if we switch away from it. We get low profile and some speed, and we're going to want to flank with this. Also carrying analysis module would be great on this character too. But we seem to be pretty loaded with this jazz. And the sleeper, I'm more willing to let my sleepers get eaten up. Plus, they've got a lot of health. Our big brother sniper here. Ready for anything, Sentinel. That pretty much mandates that we want to bring extended magazines so we can get our shots off. And a scope for the extra aim. If I felt like I had plenty of aim, I could swap it out for a telemetrics kit would be my first choice. And let's bring a cutthroat in case things get real nasty. And so that extra mobility. Okay, here is our commander. Hit and run, hollow targeting, resilience. Can't be crit. Explosives, doesn't need as much health because we can't be crit. Running gun. And of course, our abilities, extra willpower and the ability to give someone an extra turn. Shotguns, yes. We're also really fast, so let's bring a cutthroat. Very short range. Our gunner, we've got plenty of close range people. We've got mayhem and shredder ammo that lets us ensure that one target is going to feel really bad. Scope gives us long range with this predator cannon, real long range. 42 is equivalent to the marksman rack in range, though I think, yeah, and reaction. The problem is We're going to spend a lot of time reloading this. I could go with the other one for more suppression, but occasionally the Predator Cannon just does tons of damage, and that's great. And because we have Flush and it only has 3 ammo, we're bringing extended magazines. So that seems about right. Keep you far back, apply that Shredder safely, maybe do tons of damage to easy to hit targets. Okay. Here we have our operator. Double tap, Flush, Lone Wolf. We're using a marksman rack right now. I'm gonna switch over to sniper. Not really fast enough for anything else. Telemetrics kit. I would rather have the occasional ability to do that than extra aim. Note that our big brother's aim is a bit worse than our operators by quite a bit, so I don't mind not taking a scope on this character. And lastly is our Vandal. HE kit, needle grenade, layer, skirmisher rack. Lots of people have that already. We're real fast, like 17 even with the breacher's rack. So let's go ahead and take that. And low profile. Tempted to grab the tack armor. We'll just leave it as is. And remember, we are so fast because we have Sprinter, which lets us just carry heavy equipment. All right, let's do it. Sorry that took so long, but medium UFOs are no joke at all, much less the large ones. I'm not going to tell you why. You're going to have to find out the first time why large UFOs are going to crush you. Or I probably already said it now that you think about it.
France is sending an urgent.
All right, Operation Black Priest. If I didn't mention it, I did remember, thanks to someone's comments, to change civilian health. I knocked it down to 5. Still up from 4, which it was in version 1.61. But you know, we'll see. I'm worried about late game my real nasty nemesis monsters just completely annihilating civilians. I'm kind of worried about it early game. Yeah, still working on that balance.
This is Big Sky. We're in position near the enemy LZ. Strike one is
Okay, did we bring...
I read you, Big Sky. This was a landing,
Okay,
not
a
a
scanner
crash, so
and
expect heavy
one
resistance.
battle scanner. Wish my commands were more available. All right, this map, kind of the one. Landed UFO. I don't even know if there is another one. The one I always suspect. It can be kind of awesome to get a sniper up here, but often you end up fighting way too hard to get it. I generally find I do best when I have a lot of firepower up here and just pin pods. This corner can be really tough because you can easily be flanked, and the enemy, it seems like they have really good cover down there. What might be nice is to put snipers up here and trigger pods over here as I try and take this, then maneuver the snipers up, and yeah. But let's see. I don't want to save the motion tracker. No. Yeah, no. All right. There. That should have turned the cam off. So you'll see right in front of us up here at the edge, probably say right about here, there is a pod of 4. There's a pod of 3 over here. If I just go this way, maybe I can encounter just these guys and set up some snipes on this one, but it's hard to say. And with 2 pods already within detection range of our starting space, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a enemy heavy map. So where do we want to put our snipers? Generally where they can shoot people in the back, or they have line of sight on heavy cover, flanking line of sight. So I want my snipers to be somewhere around here, where obviously there's only horrific death cover, just the way the aliens like it. This is not a bad spot. If you put them back in the corner, basically all cover up here is going to be super effective against them. And that's no good unless you have some sick explosives, which we don't yet. We do have the Vandals, that's really good, but we're talking blaster launcher. So... And these guys are probably right up here. They're probably going to be the easiest ones to tackle. It will be pretty much a flat-out shoot-up, but... So our long-distance people are these two snipers and our gunner. We've got a lot of shotguns, a lot of close-range power for inside the UFO. And this marksman with a rifleman rack is pretty solid everywhere. Let's move him up. Okay, that's not bad. Looks like thin men, insectopods. Let's set up an ambush for this pod since they can't seem to see us. We have Sentinel here. He's got Sentinel if we need it. Okay, this pod up here. If we're gonna engage this one, we're gonna engage this pod. This one may move in on us, and we'll want to be able to keep them busy. That is the infiltrator's job.
Moving on target location.
So let's get him over there where he can... Shit. Well, here's our very own double pod activation, and they feel pretty... They seem pretty confident. And they're almost flanking us already. Okay, the shitty thing about the heavy cannon is its inability to do much if it's in a bad position. Man, this is... That was a bad move. Okay. We can certainly tear them up. Problem's gonna be not getting ourselves just blasted by those guys. And I don't have a command. This is like the worst time to not have a command. Okay. I did this to myself. Explosives are usually the answer. Okay. If we look at it like this, he probably can suppress us. This guy, sadly, is just in a horrific position and could easily be flanked. that is a terrible idea. Flanking thin men would be one of the worst things. And these guys are all low. And he can actually see that when the other ones have squad sight. If we can try and pin them down with Overwatch.
Heading to that location.
That might just work. Okay, let's back up. Grenades aren't going to do jack against these guys.
Moving.
But cover destruction is pretty boss. Unfortunately, they're all behind really good cover. Can't steady aim because we brought a shotgun.
Aye, aye.
We're gonna need flanking to take out these floaters anyway.
Double time.
Let's hope Vita does not get shot in the back. Pretty worried about a flank here. If we pull away from this squad, it might not activate. I think that's what I'm thinking. Plus, I don't want long-range Overwatch kicking one of those guys off. So we're not gonna Overwatch. Might not be able to see them from down there. Sadly. Good, good.
Issue.
Hunker. Here. Will they fly up there into no cover? They totally might.
Okay.
Just gonna back up, I guess.
I'm on the move.
Take cover against the enemies I can see. That's pretty terrible positioning, but
Got it covered.
we're just gonna try and intimidate them with Overwatch into standing still. As long as they're not flying and above me, they should have pretty terrible chances to hit. Yeah, see, they're using suppression, which does waste their limited ammo. Overwatch. All right, so no outright aggression here. That is unpleasant. Okay, we've got hit and run here on our Vanguard. That might be able to take him out. Gotta remember who's suppressed. This one. This one. Now, if these guys, they only have the one shot. We can also drop a bomb on them. Can't destroy their cover, though. A needle grenade would be best. I really want to commit my officer this early. Got some shots here. Okay, we're gonna move as far back. We were really lucky that the enemy didn't Okay, now we want to keep her ability to issue commands available. We got holo targeting on this. It doesn't seem to have Will to Survive active, I think. So let's take a shot. Okay, so now we've got one move on each of them. Thank you, light them up, hit and run. Now she can't see because this person came down. This is our operator sniper though. That is generally the target you look for. We're not going to be able to apply holo targeting to anyone. We've got 2 shots here. This one isn't flanking anyone. Suppressing it would be great. Because I don't know what else I'm going to do with that.
Hi, Commander.
Okay, no, it took no damage thanks to its cover. Probably will survive, but it is ruined, which means it will be taking extra damage. Because that's there, we probably will need to move this guy so we're safe, unless we kill it. Flush. Let's try and pop this guy, or at least knock him down a bit. Okay, crits. Peeking through that armor. Good job, team. Nope, he took 5 less damage thanks to all that. But now that he's wounded, I'm less concerned about his Overwatch. Note that they did not do much to the Infiltrator. We can run and gun. I am a little concerned about activating more pods, but don't seem to have much choice. The cover here is total balls. We don't want to go that way because the other pod. Well, Scout's gonna scout. We may have to use running gun. Trigger this guy's Overwatch. 1% chance to hit because we did him up pretty good.
I'm all right.
We're gonna running gun here. So we got aggression, will to survive, and subdermal plating. That means he is one tough mother. We're just gonna go into Overwatch. Here, our big brother. We're not gonna get a chance to use our special. Cleared up this area. Oh shit, he has another one? That was a 34% chance to hit. I forgot. Whew. Whew. Even me, guys. Even me. Okay, needle grenades ignore damage reduction from cover. Hopefully that means we'll survive too. Yeah. And our Vandal does some work. Again, we're being careful with movement. Kind of got him on the back foot now. Killing that guy. Fortunately, he can't see many people. Unfortunately, he is right where I don't want him to be. we got so much rapid fire. What's our accuracy? Okay, running gun plus rapid fire plus shredded target. Let's just hope that pod stays still. 295% chances to hit, no chance to crit. This guy must be... Oh, he's got... Okay. An important reason to use F1, so he's got Aegis. That prevents crits from happening against him. To the closest unit. It doesn't look... It looks like that means closest unit he can see. If we can take that off him, it might be like a guaranteed kill. So even though I hate this, that other pod doesn't seem to be moving. Now we've got a 100% chance to hit, and our crit chance is also 100%. So you see where we tricked that. You know, it used to be the shield, the body shield that mechs have. All right, 11 damage crit. That is, of course, Shredder plus the analysis module. Whew. Yeah, we talked about this. Okay, we're gonna step up. I think Sentinel Overwatch would do us some good. And we're gonna have a hard time reloading this character when we really commit them. I kind of want to save them for that pod. But we can run and gun all up on this John. No, that's terrible. Terrible. I don't know, maybe I should just commit now. Yeah, we can probably kill off one of these guys. We've got some Overwatch here. Lower chance to hit, but if we're gonna throw away our ammo, let's do it here. 39% chance, no joke. Good shot. Oh, well done. Yeah, you earned a promotion. I would promote you for that. And let's bring our commander back into the middle of the squad. Yeah, what do you think about that? See, guys, it's not so bad. I just had to use everything I know about the game possible. Oh, look, they're out of ammo. That is Floater's, one of Floater's weaknesses. Here's some thin men. Okay, we're positioned pretty well to deal with threats that I might reveal by moving here. So I'm gonna.
Position confirmed.
This is also my scout. Close combat specialist doesn't mean he gets a shot. But scouts. Let's see if he can finish the job. Just barely with a critical hit. this guy. Do we have height advantage here? We do not. So I might as well get closer.
Выполняю.
Might have to spend a couple turns reloading, but let's see if we can finish them off. 256 shots aren't too bad. Never listen to that second mist. Okay, just enough to get through the armor with a crit. Remember, we've got the analysis module that increases crit damage, so. Okay, now as I was saying, we're going to approach this squad.
I'm on it, Commander.
Okay, explosives up front.
Moving to position. Heading there now. Back online.
Reloading so important for those.
Sto muovendo. Di nuovo pronta.
We'll just take a turn to get into decent positions again. Because this shit was messed up.
On my
Excuse
way.
me. Excuse my language.
That's affirmative. Overwatch. Aye, aye.
I do, Commander. Moving.
Our commander nice and safe.
Ready to
I'm not even gonna bother overwatching that position. Line of sight's pretty weak there. Alright, they're on the move. We're gonna get some shots. Maybe we'll pick this guy off before he even gets a chance.
Shot failed to connect.
Now those were both Sentinel overwatches, so we've got some more Overwatch coming. Both attacks around 50% chance to hit. Alright, we did 8 damage to him. Thankfully, Thin Men are not yet totally buff. And did that not trigger the pod? Well, we've got hit and run here. So let's take our freebie. He's like, I thought I was cloaked. No, sir. Alright, if they're not going to move, we're going to shoot him in the face. Especially with this guy, because we get Overwatch right after this shot. And if that pod doesn't activate, then we're going to catch a lot of them out of cover. This also is a primo shot. Hard to pass up. 75% chance to do a boatload of damage, 8 damage.
Enemies down.
His whole job right now is to reload, basically. I don't know what happened. These aliens just bugged out. Never quite seen this happen. Talk about an ambush. I don't even know if it's worth firing. Let's go ahead and burn all the way through the ammo. Alright, 7 damage crit, analysis module, plus aggression, sharpshooter, all the goodies. And I've never ever seen that happen. We just blew the hell out of that squad. But most of our firepower is spent, so let's take this time to reload and prepare.
do.
Are there any more out there? Okay. Sounds like we're gonna be visited by the ghosts of Floater's future sometime soon. I'm gonna save
Solid copy.
all my information tools for now and see what a little Mark 1 human eyeball can reveal.
Got it covered.
Remember, our infiltrator can make use of even the lowest of low terrain.
Я пошла.
This one will swing wide. We'll wait on that reload, but I'm pretty sure we're good here. Okay, indirect fire can be super useful for taking over this ridge. Grenade's really good over here.
Okay.
Let's make sure we're kind of safe to dash up and then dash up.
Running.
So, because we can reload where we are, we're a little better at positioning than many characters. The rifleman up here, he's a great one to move up here because of his marksman style. Let us position him a little more defensively. Some offense in depth and reload. This guy, I'd love to get closer forward, but it looks just terrible. We'll just reload instead. This is kind of our happy place. Positioning here, real crucial.
Stepping off.
Let's go with this spot. Let's move up here. It'll give us more flanking shots on this ridge and I think a better field of view. Yeah, it might not actually give us a better field of view.
Okay.
Let's actually go here. I think we can prevent her from being flanked. And we'll just reload.
Можно начинать.
Alright, despite a misstep at the beginning, this turned out pretty well.
Что это за звук?
Floaters in the ship. Or maybe on top protecting that meld. If they're closest, this ridge is probably safe. Is it worth it trying to get my sniper up there? I don't really think so. Okay. Infiltrator first. Or you know what? Let's have our berserker move up here.
Hauling ass.
This is a very safe spot for our infiltrator.
It just got hot in here.
Okay, that looks like 4. I've seen worse. back to our primary weapon now that I thought about it. Now we didn't run and gun. That could be a nice safer thing to do, but it's not always necessary. Let's move up here, get holo targeting on this guy. Ooh, relentless. Too far away, but we do have a real sniper weapon, not just the marksman here. We could try and flush that guy, which would work best if we have Overwatch.
Okay.
Hunker. There's another pot of floaters in here, of course. They could come out that door at any moment.
Moving to position. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Like I said, indirect fire is awesome here.
On my way. Aye, aye. Orders confirmed.
Okay, let's sneak this one up and around. It'll be great for everyone.
Moving out. Covering now.
Overwatch. So snag this good cover, get away from that potential double pod activation, at least as much as we can. Let's flush this guy. He will pull a 61% chance Overwatch shot. At least one.
Damn it, missed the target.
He just move forward. Bold, my friend. Finish him off if you can, that would be great. Oh, thank you, holo targeting. Hopefully our sniper does not get totally shot in the face. We don't have much Overwatch pinning him down. Oh, what goes up may not come down. What the hell did it land? Oh my god, that is the worst. Okay, decides to suppress because the infiltrator is just too hard to target. But where in the sake of everything holy did that damn other floater land? Last thing I want. If I were it, I'd be flanking this guy. He could be pretty much anywhere. I would assume he's back here somewhere. Oh, what a pain. So we need to check our rear. Cause yeah. If that happens. I don't think it could be over here. Because we really don't want a floater in the back. That sucks. Curse you, floater. Alright. Had to pop this because I don't know where this other floater is. It looks like it is here. Thank you, scanner. Glad I kept you around. This other pod looks like it's about to bust through here. I'd like to have some explosives ready for them. Now that turned out to be a really useful scan. Oh, I forgot to turn my thing back on. Yeah, so scan tells us he landed somewhere in here. We got the perfect position to wipe the floor with this guy. Looks like he stopped right there. Because we totally can't move there. You don't want to move right next to him. Remember, they have close combat specialist. This should be a perfect position to shoot him, though. And if not, we can run and gun. Oh, yes. And we have repair, which means we have the analysis module, which our crit chance is sick. 100%. Yeah, buddy. If you want the shotguns in my mod to work like the vanilla shotguns, or even the long war shotguns with that massive damage, you need them to crit. The analysis module is your tool to do that. It's a bit heavy. And then you can bring the ballistic weapon upgrade thing that adds 1 damage, and if you get Avenger, then you're looking at some brutal damage on the crit. Okay. This makes things much better. Let us turn my face cam back on. I've probably been pointing at the camera like 8 times a day. Okay, our operator here. Let's try and finish it without the operator, because I feel like we're going to have a lot of sniping opportunities next turn. Infiltrator is being suppressed. Infiltrator don't care. Don't want to trigger any alien pods. Of course, their aim up there is pretty darn good. There's a hollow targeting on him. What can you do for me, Cannon? What you got? Can flush that guy. Okay, enemy's too far away, maybe?
Moving to position. Scanning.
Overwatch. Let's go with the Overwatch and flush.
No need to hide.
Okay, 3 damage even from flush. We ruined him. And that lets us get a 7 damage shot off from our Sentinel Overwatch. Remember, we used a combination of a lot of skills here. For 1, we put hollow targeting on it. 2, we used flush. And of course we have high damage here because we have Mayhem, which adds 2 to the base damage of the 6 the Predator Cannon already has. So that was 3 damage from the flush, which is like, you only do 30% damage from flush anyway. And then we had Sentinel Overwatch. So we still have an Overwatch shot from him. We killed that thing. It was beautiful. You can thank me for putting that in the mod someday. And talk to me, leave a comment saying how awesome it is. We're gonna scoot up here. This should be safe from triggering other pods. Dealing with this guy, not a whole lot I really feel like trying to do.
I'm on it,
Let's
Commander.
just hide up here, maybe reload. I can take a shot. That might be worth it. We have yet to move you. I think we're just gonna Overwatch there. 69% chance, huh? All right, you know what? We'll take this shot. Let's try and weaken this guy. He's up in the air, and that is when he's dangerous. Double tap. Okay, whatever.
Missed.
I'm scanning.
Your last. Just in the turret. Okay, I thought so. Oh, I did not. I thought they were floaters. Ugh. So the good news is that we shouldn't have a trouble dealing with them. We brought a lot of close quarters killiness. They're pretty squishy, but the bad news is they're totally a pain in our butt. We need a battle scanner out there. Or to pull back. We can leave our safer people up front. You can probably guess where they are. Can't reach them. Okay. Here's how it's going down, I think. We're gonna prepare a killing field. And we're all just gonna back up.
Moving. We're green to go.
Where are you gonna back up to? Okay, I want to know what's up here. We should be running out of aliens. I hope.
Checking.
Makes me feel quite a bit safer about making this move. Probably gonna overwatch with you.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We can back up and reload here.
Locked and loaded.
Let's go ahead and overwatch.
Yield, Commander.
Moving on target location.
Okay, I'm only doing this because I've already like cracked 3 enemy pods, so there just can't be that many left.
Covering now.
So battle scanner overwatch. He's like, oh. Seriously. Whatever, as long as they're not shooting me. And as long as I can tell where they are afterwards. Maybe. Oh, I don't feel good about this at all. I don't even... How many was that? Seemed like so many. Okay, well, we know where a couple are. If you flank them, they are exposed. My infiltrator could get up here and grenade that. that guy. Okay. This feels kind of risky, but I need to know if they come out of the stupid word works over here, and we'll get a nice flank shot. Two 53% chance shots. Hopefully both. Awesome. That also sounded like a boatload of thin men, but maybe since they were just moving, it's probably twice as many turns as I'm used to. Okay. I don't think they're circling around behind me. Can't guarantee it. But let's try and blow up their cover and expose them to our sniper weapons. Also maybe reveal them. Well, that was unimpressive. Let's take our shot. It's only a 52% chance to hit. But of course we get freebie Overwatch. Okay, this might have a decent shot through that door, especially if that whole door breaks down. And it's a little further back out of sight.
Roger that.
Let's move here, best line of sight. Overwatch. Her grenade would probably trash the door, but let's just play it safe for now.
I've got my eyes on.
I don't want anyone to get poisoned if I can help it. Nor do I really want to be flanked. If they think that's a good spot to come out to, let's position more people to shoot him in the butt. I think the lack of cover near that door is really flipping him, wigging him out. Okay. Come on, grenade.
Batter up.
That's what I'm talking about. Crack it wide open. Can't miss. Big Brother's got his eyes right here. We only got one shot after this, but
Got my eyes on.
yeah. Any Overwatch is good Overwatch. Now they have some Overwatch up there. I don't really want to go in. Don't really want to risk it.
Affirmative. Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Target's out of range, huh?
Moving
That
to
sucks.
position.
operator can go ahead and use flush. Might kill. Oh, and it does. Okay, whatever's over there may have gone into Overwatch. I definitely think there's something over there. Okay, our Vanguard's gonna peek their head out first because there may be more Overwatch and baddies inside. Survey says no. The Vanguard is, of course, an assault, so nice and tough. We'll move it out there.
I'm on it, Commander. Moving to Overwatch. I'm on it, Commander. Yes, rock.
Reload. Okay.
Moving.
We've got lightning reflexes. No one peeks better than us. How much poison is that?
On it.
Okay, they didn't see anything. We're going to cover their back with some Overwatch.
Moving to position.
Let's move up.
Let's rock. Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, I'm starting to think there's only the command crew left. Alright, whoever has the most armor and or health goes first. Or running gun.
Я пошла.
Aha. That's who it was.
Got it.
I would not be surprised if there's another thin man out there. So let's put holo targeting, maybe a little damage on this guy.
Damn it, missed the target.
34% blows.
Position captured. Field commander.
Let's take the shot. 49% chance to hit, 76% chance to crit.
Ah, дерьмо. Facciamolo.
Let's just reload. Airborne, adaptive lensing. Let's put some Overwatch on it.
Okay.
I hope our flank is safe. Good, good. That's what I like to see. 42% chance from our marksman back here. That's of course the holo targeting helping out a lot.
Still up.
Oh shit.
Fall on my flank.
Whew. We got 2 DR out of that. That is simply, and it did not shoot through our armor. Lucky us. The DR, of course, comes from demolition rigging hardened. That's probably why we didn't get crit, because we have this heavier armor that provides hardened. And oh, resilience, that would help. But the infiltrator, because of resilience, isn't even going to spend any time in the hospital if we're lucky. And we saw the other guy go ahead and charge on in, so My guess is he's right there. Alright. Okay, let's move the infiltrator and see if we can deal with these threats.
Aye, aye, Commander. Contact.
Oh, F my L. 10% chance to hit. That one looked like it hit us, but it did not. Okay. Alright. Well, now we know where everything is. Remember, everything has 5 extra will and 5 extra health when you, or 5 extra defense. 67% chance.
Copy that.
Okay, they don't have that horrific damage reduction so much when they're in the air. %77% chance to nail this guy, but we only need a little bit of damage. Flush or suppression. Suppression is actually guaranteed to hit, and since he doesn't have any DR, it should chew through him. Flush will do a little more damage. They both cost 2 ammo. This guy's gonna have to reload, though. Let's see what their chance is. Can't use rapid fire till they reload, might as well shoot first. Let's take this shot just in case. 60% chance. Alright, we got some perfect shots here. Let's take them. This is what the operator sniper does. Very nice. 76% chance to crit. Unbuffed. And of course we moved him into position here earlier with the hope that just this shot might open up.
Back online.
Here, I want to reload, get some overwatch because these guys are going to be brutal. We could blow up the whole ship going after them, really. Okay, we need our heavy assault units real close. We need our running guns ready. We're steady aimed here. I want to blow up this wall and crush them if I can. If I can't, though. Let's see what they're rolling with. Danger zone, ready for anything. Aggression, Slayer, close combat specialist, bioelectric skin, regenerator, concealment, lone wolf, esprit de corps. Aggression, Slayer, that's really bad. Okay, I kind of want to stay inside the ship,
I'm rolling.
but I really don't want them to shoot at me. If I do blow this up, well,
On my way.
let's just scoot back. Overwatch. Not really sure what to do with this character. Let's Overwatch and hope for the best. I don't think they're actually going to run after me, but who knows. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, let's have a peek in there. Really dislike that. But can't be too many enemies left. Let's make sure our infiltrator and vanguards are the one facing our forward critters.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we heard something. That's pleasant. Okay, how are our snipers look? Okay, let's give it a shot. We got Sapper. I think we can take this out. Good, good. Now what do we have going on in here? Lightning reflexes. That sucks. Vigilant. Aegis. So note, we don't have a crit chance against this one. It's a little more boss than the other one. Let's try and take this one out. Lone Wolf is triggered, so 10% crit chance, 6% chance to hit. Remember that it comes with some stats on its own. We're gonna take both these shots. Come on, it's an 80%. Oh. It is important to crit. Let's suppress him. Maybe he won't realize he has lightning reflexes. Ruining him is just good for business anyway. Don't like this cover I'm in. Let's take the shot. 39% chance is not a ton. And we shoot the power core, but we want that Overwatch.
Heading to that location. I feel, Commander.
Okay, Vita. We're gonna put in this crappy position because she's got bashing rigging. She's a sleeper, so she won't panic. I can run and gun up in here. But I don't like the way that feels at all. Let's Overwatch, see how things go. Okay, he goes in the Overwatch. I like that. 50% chance to hit on our big brother. Oh, stop shooting the power core, for God's sake. You get a reaction shot here. Pick off 3 health. 32% shot. Thankfully it misses.
That was close.
Okay, regenerates. This one regenerates. Okay. Let's suppress again. We can only do that because we brought extended clips. of course, it's going to kind of exhaust our usefulness here.
Aye, aye, super.
But it does do 3 damage this turn, one of which is prevented by DR because we previously ruined that character. Okay, now it's time to move in. This is why we brought so many run and gun characters. Our run and gun in the very back can make it here. That's awesome. Okay, let's see how the one in the back plays out first. This is our Berserker. They'll be our shotgun assassin someday. Okay, skirmisher rack ready to go. Are you so hard to hit? Aegis? Yeah. That is fine because now the Aegis is against you instead of someone else. Like you? Oh, out of ammo. No. No. It's also exposed. Okay, I can't resist this toss. Shredder here. Sapper plus Grenadier means this is going to be a hell of a battle. Did it kill those? Whatever. At least we'll get the loot. Okay, our sleeper here is kind of a makeshift berserker. If Aegis isn't against us, then we're about to rock this guy. Oh, maybe he's just a badass. Yeah, resilience. Okay, well in that case, crit weapons aren't really the best to target him with anyway. You kind of need heavy hitting weapons against resilient enemies that don't depend on crits. Kick him off, or let's just try and take this one out this turn. So we can't crit against him. That just means we have to tear him apart, old school. That guy, I'm not even gonna worry about that thin man. Go. 56% looking great. That was awesome looking. Whatever it was. Okay, we have light him up, so we'll take our free shot. And then we've got 2 ammo left, so let's go into Overwatch, keep these guys pinned, because we're totally coming in for the kill. Let's move this one first.
Firing position. Double time.
Outsiders are the worst, kill them first. Do not blow up that power core.
Moving up.
Okay, we do have hit and run. Lure looks pretty mean there. All right, guys. Whew. That was a solid mission. 22 aliens down, medium UFO, Operation Black Priest. The positioning on this one's always rough at the very beginning because it's a square map, so there's a lot of way. You're always going to be approached from like 2 angles if you're like if anything goes wrong. And then you're getting flanked and people moving in on you. We had that floater jump in behind us in the dark, which was really impressive and scary. But oh my goodness. This is hot. Hot, guys. All right, so here's our Vanguard. Moving on down the list. Hollow targeting resilience, Sentinel. Why would you take Sentinel? Here, this is up to you what you want. This is all extra attacks. And I say you could choose almost any of them for almost any build. Sentinel is great if you... it's good for running gun. It's good for hit and run. Close encounters, also good for. It lets you move in somewhere, secure an area. When you're pushing that front line, Sentinel helps you keep the enemy from pushing back into you and flanking. Close combat specialist, can't really say no to. If you're going shotgun assassin, close combat specialist mixed with opportunist is insane. Also with quick draw, it lets you preemptively shoot nearby people whenever they try and act with no penalty and a crit chance. What? Yeah, all this other stuff, shredder ammo, many good choices here at the end. I try and make that last perk really pop. Let's see. Rapid fire I think even works with hit and run, which means you can really pump out the damage. Plus, of course, hollow targeting means that, yeah. For my personal preference, close combat specialist is really sick early game. Sentinel is great all the time. Rapid fire is incredible all the time. I think we're gonna go with rapid fire. I think close combat specialist is so good though. Rapid fire is more targeted. Close combat specialist, when berserkers are already on the field, it's great, but we'll have more assaults hitting this level before we see berserkers, I think. Rapid fire, if you just want to dish out tons of damage to one target, your hollow targeting and hit and run combo really well with it. And then Sentinel, I feel like this is better later on in the game when you've got some real specialized weapons for overwatching, and you just need like some defense against the enemies with a ton of health, a ton of DR that are just gonna burn up on you. And rapid fire is just really, really powerful. Remember, you don't have that much ammo as an assault, or at least reloading is going to be important once you take one of these, but it's up to you. Yeah, I want to see how rapid fire, I want to see how this works. Should let us really take down like cyber discs pretty easily, I think. Okay, Big Brother, here we are. Low profile lets you pop up wherever you are. Lone Wolf, don't really suggest it because you don't get much crit chance when you're overwatching. Because you never get Opportunist in the perk tree. There is an item you can get Opportunist from way late in the game. Avenger's really good. Low profiles if you want to keep up with the troops. But since the sniper weapons, or if you're using a non-precision weapon, like a non-sniper, you're not using marksman or sniper rifle, then low profile becomes a lot better because it lets you wear the heavier armor so you can fight in closer. You can use any terrain to position yourself without worrying about your defense. But I think for our current paradigm where snipers stay in the back like they should, Avenger's best because with these multiple attacks you really multiply the extra damage. Plus the extra damage isn't affected by whether you're overwatching or not, unlike crit chance. And now we can use our pistol pretty sick. And Sentinel plus your pistol is not bad if you have Avenger. All right. The Tyrant, the overall just kind of general awesome build here. I highly suggest double tap. Lets you take advantage of your own shredding and or do boatloads of damage. Note hit and run here. That's for mowing down the hardened enemies like sectopods and super chrysalids or whatever, because they stand out in the open. It's really good later, but it's kind of middling effectiveness unless you have a lot of terrain destruction. I suggest double tap for most, especially if you have a good bit of hollow targeting. If you don't have hollow targeting, hit and run is pretty sick though, and hit and run is the only ability that lets you get a really efficient reloads on these gunner weapons. All right, our Berserker Assault. running gun, Avenger, resilience, tactical sense. All these things are great. Resilience, for a character that's going to be charging in, resilience is amazing. That also comes with the stats. Tactical sense, always amazing and good for helping with Overwatch, though it won't be as good as lightning reflexes, of course. We're gonna go with aggression. So good. Not good against resilient enemies, though. All right, our marksman is leveled up. We could go with paramedic, not as useful if you didn't take field medic. Rapid reaction if you want lots of attacks, but we're kind of crit focused, and opportunist is a long way away. We're just gonna take Avenger for that extra damage and the ability to use our pistol more effectively. Our Vandal, Avenger increases damage with rocket launchers, primary weapons, sidearms, grenades. We can take Will to Survive. That's always a great choice early on in the game when survival teeters on a single hit or not. Shredder ammo would give us a free Shredder ammo. Actually, I think it actually cost you a mobility to take it. I suggest Avenger or Will to Survive. For us, I'm gonna go with Will to Survive because I want this. It's early in the game, and one hit can kill you if you're not careful. Here, all right, we've got all this goodness. Let's go with Adrenal Neurosympathy. Comes with 2 aim, of course. When this unit scores a kill, nearby allies are also whipped into a killing frenzy. Cannot occur more than once every 5 turns, and plus 9 hours post-mission fatigue. But I think it's 10 aim, 10 will, and 1 mobility or something. Like, we'll take it. I have never actually used that perk. But since we're so deadly and we've got rapid fire, the chance that we'll kill something is pretty high. Oh my goodness. We more than double up on our Illyrium and alloy stocks. Only 12 meld because it takes forever. 4 flight computers, 2 power sources. Yes, please. Okay. I'm immediately gonna ditch 2 flight computers. Well, let's wait till I have something to buy. And what do our facilities look like? I know this mission's gone on pretty long, but that was pretty successful. We didn't even get scratched. We did have someone's armor get blown away, but thankfully they had resilience because, like I said, early game, danger, danger. This stuff's all going up. 49 days. Ugh. Repair bay, we're gonna want this pretty soon. We've got exactly 3 power left. Do I need to dig down for that power? Let's get that repair bay started. Power 40, 12, 10. Adjacency benefits would be great. Yeah, we are building in the right spot. Of course, I'm going to build it close to the thing that'll be done first. Not that that's not going to be forever. And am I not missing Phoenix drivers coming out? Oh, yeah. Satellite coverage, huh? Let's save 2 after the research. About to use up a lot of alloys. I don't think our Illyrium expenditure is really too intense right now. Let's build another Phoenix driver. Come on. Okay, I do want an alloy matrix plating sometime soon. Anything I'm willing to cough up for that. Ah, screw it. No, they're too hard to get. Alright, we'll just have to wait. We need some abduction missions. Let's let that thing go.
We're detecting a new contact.
Ugh.
Much larger than anything you've previously encountered.
Oh my
I
goodness.
recommend we scramble our best equipped fighters if we're going to engage that
Is she
ship.
gonna land too? Okay, it's just an abduction.
Commander, we're tracking several
Nice,
reported
easy abduction.
abductions
That's
via the
good. We got a lot of
holodeck.
rookies
I've got the coordinates
and
locked in.
lightweights that we need to level up. 160 cash because it's not that hard. Note that the amount of money is overall increased that you get from these missions. That's because I wanted you to be able to skip some. Yeah, we've got all these specialists, Lance Corporal. Like, we got some weak sauce stuff up in here. 7 hours, would that be fast enough? Because we could totally use that holo targeting. Yeah, okay. We can wait 7 hours. Is anyone else going to be available? 11, 10, 18 hours, that sucks. This is going to be kind of lightweights, but it should be fine. Should be fine. Our research is still not done.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits
all right,
to work
guys.
in the lab.
Thanks for watching. That was a pretty perfect mission. Not much else to say about it. Things worked out well. We brought the right mix of troops for the job. Our sniper, every character I felt was really important. The Vandal was especially nice, having those grenades to blow open and assault those outsiders without having to go in the UFO. We didn't bring medkits, so it's a good thing we didn't get hit because all my commands were busy being wounded. It worked out. It worked out. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this medium UFO assault, because we did totally rock it, and I will catch you at the next video. Till then, my friends, farewell. Oh, remember to go watch Phaleg, F-A-L-E-G. He's a fellow YouTuber. He's picked up my mod, put out an episode, or maybe 2 by now, and it's totally awesome. He's really enjoying it. 3 dudes died from single hit crits. One of them behind cover, 2 of them got flanked on his first mission, and he totally just laughed it off. And loves the punishment. So go and watch his Let's Play as well as mine, because it's awesome. Also, he trims them down so they're only like 25 minutes. We'll see how that lasts. But he's going to do a side-by-side comparison of my mod and Vanilla Long War, which admittedly at this point I couldn't do because I've totally forgotten what Vanilla Long War is like. And I'm not even interested in playing it because I love my mod so much. Until next time, my friends, remember, it's all downhill from here.